Okay, so today, let's float into a story that is just so wonderful. It's about a tiny little cloud with a really big heart, and it's all about connection, finding your purpose, and believe it or not, the incredible power of just being gentle. So let's picture this. We're starting in a place that feels like it was just painted with light. It's this beautiful, peaceful valley, rivers shining like silver, flowers everywhere. And right up above it all, drifting so softly, that's where we meet our hero, a little cloud named Mallow. And Mallow wasn't like the other clouds. Not at all. He was the smallest one, the softest one, with these fluffy edges that looked like they could just float away. He was just so delicate. While all the other clouds were busy doing these big, important cloud things, sailing across the sky, piling up into these giant cloud mountains, painting these incredible sunsets with all sorts of fiery colors, Mallow's dream was, well, it was a lot smaller and a lot cozier. He just wanted to hug someone. See, from way up there, he saw everything. He watched mothers pull their sleepy children close, old friends see each other and just embrace, even little foxes curling up with their babies. He saw it everywhere. And every single time he saw one of these hugs, his own fluffy heart just ached with this deep, warm longing. And in that one little whisper, you can just feel it, can't you? It's not a loud, demanding wish. It's this quiet, gentle hope to feel that same closeness he saw all over the world below. But that brings us to the big problem here. I mean, if you're made of mist and air, how exactly do you hold on to anything? How in the world can a cloud give a hug when you can't even really touch? So, he tried. He really did. He gathered up all his courage and floated toward a big snowy mountain peak, but poof, the wind just whisked him right away. He tried to wrap himself around the tallest pine tree he could find, but all he did was leave a few little dewdrops behind. He even drifted right into a flock of geese, hoping for the best. And the geese, they laughed. Now, they weren't being mean, but wow, that had to sting. It was like they confirmed his biggest fear, that he was just too insubstantial. A tickle is light, it's fleeting, but a hug is presence. A hug means you're really there. So Mallow just sighed, this little puff of misty air, and he kind of gave up. He figured maybe that's just how it is. Maybe clouds aren't supposed to hold on. Maybe they're just supposed to watch from a distance, forever. But then, as the sun started to set and that magical twilight glow settled over the valley, something changed. A little bit of magic was in the air. A connection was about to be made, not by touching, but through a wish. Down below, in a little garden next to a tiny cottage, there was a little girl. And just like Mallow, she was quiet, she was still, and she was looking up at the sky with this lonely look in her eyes. And then, so quietly you could barely hear it, she whispered her own secret wish. And it was the perfect, exact mirror of what Mallow wanted more than anything in the world. Whoa! Can you just imagine that? Hearing your deepest, most secret wish spoken out loud by someone else? For Mallow, it was like a little bolt of lightning. Suddenly, he wasn't just a lonely cloud anymore. He was part of something, a shared feeling. And that shared wish, it gave him the courage to try just one more time. But this time was going to be different. This was going to be a totally new kind of hug. One that wasn't about strength, but about being as gentle as possible. He didn't rush it. He didn't force it. He just floated down so slowly, so carefully, holding himself as soft and as still as he could. And then, the most amazing thing happened. It was like the whole world just paused. The air got a little warmer. The breeze almost stopped completely. The whole garden seemed to be holding its breath. And instead of passing right through her like he had with everything else, he wrapped around her. Not like a real hug, but like the gentlest blanket imaginable. It was all these beautiful sensations at once. A soft, cool mist on her skin, this sweet smell in the air, and tiny little drops of water that shimmered in her hair like stars. It was a hug for all the senses. And in that perfect moment, it finally clicked. He wasn't just giving comfort, he was feeling it too. By focusing completely on her, he actually got his own wish. He finally understood what it felt like to hold someone and to be held right back. So, this incredible magical experience gave Mallow this totally new understanding, a piece of wisdom that he just had to share with all the other clouds up in the sky. And that was his secret. He told them, I stopped trying so hard to hold on to things. Instead, I just focused on trying to comfort. He realized that real connection isn't about grasping or grabbing, it's about giving. Which kind of redefines what a hug even is, doesn't it? Mallow figured out that a true hug isn't really about your arms. It's about sharing your warmth, about being completely there for someone, and about offering that gentle feeling of safety and care. And from that day on, Mallow found his purpose. He wasn't just the smallest cloud anymore. He became known as the cloud who hugged the whole valley. He'd provide shade for people who were tired, wrap the hills in a soft mist. He made the whole world feel just a little bit less alone. And the story just leaves us with this beautiful thought, right? That sometimes the things that make us feel different or small are actually our greatest strengths. Because Mallow showed us that the best kind of connection doesn't come from force at all. It comes from a gentle, warm, and comforting presence.